I'ma talk shit in the world gone stupid. Now I'm back on my bullshit.
1, 2, 3. The crew was called BDP.
Is
And if you want to
everybody
hip hop, stop the violence and
Is everybody in?
I'm hoping.
Is everybody in? The
Get
ceremony
get
is
in.
about to begin. You don't know that one? Jim Morrison?
Of course.
Is everybody in?
That was off.
The ceremony is about to begin.
Yes.
I'm a big Jim Morrison fan.
Yeah, I think I discovered Jim Morrison in like the 6th grade. Yeah, we moved from Carson to Torrance in the 6th grade, and that album was.
Which one?
It was his greatest hits album.
Yeah, of
So
course, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I wasn't around for
Yeah, I mean
album releases.
for originals.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. He's like, dude, I love the Doors. Oh, yeah, you were here. I don't even know the name of the albums. I pretend to be a Doors fan. I don't even know. It's not Strange Days, is it? Maybe it is Strange Days as an album.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know.
And he
his
was
original
like, yeah, you've heard that album? I'm like, no. Just greatest hits, man. It's like, oh, when that album came out, I was like, Jesus, bro. I wish that I could remember when, like, Led Zeppelin released an album or, or Bob Marley released an album or something. Like,
Right.
Those would be the days, dude. But, I mean, the Doors, they weren't around very long. They're only around for, like, 6-7 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Maybe even less. Probably wrong, but welcome to another
Tell me where I'm
episode
wrong.
of Tell Me Where I'm Wrong. So yeah, I think the Doors are around for like 6 years, so fuck off.
We're gonna run with it.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Maybe 5 or 7.
You can tell me never. Yeah.
They're around for 18 months, bro. All right, bro. So this is a big week for the fight game.
Right.
And we're going to talk a little bit about it. And then we're going to also talk about some grappling because there's some other shit coming up that you don't know about that's big in the grappling game. And
I'm down. I'm down.
It's
But
crazy.
like to say it's a big week in the fight game, because I want to start off by saying I don't know that much about UFC. I used to watch UFC quite a bit when you could watch all the UFCs because there was only like 2 or 3 the whole fucking year.
Yeah,
and then I remember, and yeah, that was a while ago.
No, yeah, that was
and then,
a while.
and then I
only,
remember
like 1 or month.
Yeah, well, dude, I was gonna say that. Then I was watching some documentary, and then Dana White's in it, and he's like, "Yeah, we used to have this many per year, whatever, and now we're looking to do 52 events a year." And I go, "That's every single weekend. You're gonna have a fight that's notable enough to watch."
Yeah.
And so the fight game has gotten huge. I'm left behind.
Yes.
Way
it
behind,
is huge.
but I still enjoy watching.
Let me tell you how huge it is.
Yeah, do.
So this week's news, the UFC was previously was in a production deal with ESPN. So that's where we've been the last few years. I think the last 7 years, 8 years. They just signed a deal with Paramount
Yes.
Plus for $7 billion.
I saw a highlight, like a headline or something. I didn't really read into because I wasn't sure, but that it seemed like if you had Paramount Plus, you're going to be able to watch all the fights instead of pay-per-view.
That's what I saw.
What I read. That's how it looked.
That's what I saw. So if you
That looks exciting.
Right?
Everything. Paramount Plus? Fuck yeah.
But I mean,
how much more is it going to be?
How much did they make in pay-per-view? Because they sold the company. If I remember right, the brothers, the Fertitta brothers, sold the company to this guy and this media company for like $3 billion or $4 billion, and that was just 6-7 short years ago.
For those of us that still think that Dana White owns, can you tell us the succession of UFC?
So Dana
Do you know
White
it?
owned 10% of it, and the Fertitta brothers owned the other 90%. Once Dana got involved with it with the Fertitta brothers.
And when the Fertitta brothers got it, they got it from the Gracie family.
Well, Horian had gotten out just before that, but they had gotten it from Art Jimenez or something like that. I can't remember his name.
But didn't one of the older, I forget his name. Didn't he?
Horian.
He owned it Horian was the first one, the
Horian
old
was
one.
guy
He's the
that
oldest brother, one of the
created it
oldest,
with
right?
one of these other guys, and then Horian
He's
got
here,
out.
local.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And he had it for like 3 years or 4 years,
Yeah,
like
some-
the first
just
the
for
first couple.
first
Yeah.
couple of them, and then he
Yeah,
got
okay.
out.
And he got out with, and he gave it to these. He sold it to these brothers.
Well, he got out. I forget what he sold
Okay,
out for.
all right,
but
I
he
was
sold
just
out
wondering.
for a nominal amount at that point.
Okay.
And then they took it over. Well, it was failing fast. So I think Dana and them bought it for like $1 million, something like that.
How long do you remember an idea about how long? You don't have to be right. I'm just like,
I started in '93, and I want to say after the first 3 years, so probably 96, 97, they bought it.
okay,
Yeah, I can't imagine it being any sooner than that, but somewhere right around there.
okay,
And when they bought it, I think they bought it for $1 million or $2 million. And Dana White got 10% of it to help him run it because he was in the fight game. And they sold it for $3 billion.
yeah, with a B.
Or $4 billion. I think
And then
it's
they
$3 billion.
and they kept Dana on to run it.
They kept
so
part
Dana's
of the
on
deal was that Dana
contract.
stays on to run it, but he, it's his baby.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna want to do anything else with his life.
No,
lives
he gets to pay off and he gets to continue to do what he loves, and they're not going to say no to anything he says.
straight up.
He made it what it was worth, so you're going to listen to the guy.
The Fertitta brothers were Dana even says they were the brains
They're the
behind
brains.
the
He's the
marketing and
face.
the business strategies and everything else. But he knew the fight game to keep the things exciting and
He was the Vince McMahon of fucking real fight.
yes, yeah,
And not
straight
to
up.
shit on wrestling. It's
No, no,
real.
no.
It is real in a way. Yeah, look, don't laugh too hard.
It's
This shit
real
is
fake.
real. Hey, get tossed, homeboy, and like,
No, it's
right?
I'm not saying it's not painful.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
real
am saying that it's
activity.
painful.
They
Yes,
are
it is
connecting.
real
It's not
activity.
as real as they claim,
Yes.
but
you
they
may
are.
not be getting overhand right from Riddick, but you
Yeah,
are getting
but you're getting-
a slap across your
Yeah,
chest from a
yeah.
huge
You may
man
not be
that's
getting
gonna
a
hurt.
actual rear naked choke, but you are getting drop kicked to your chest.
Yes,
at full
yes,
speed.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure, no doubt, no
For
doubt.
real.
Rumble in the jungle.
Loved wrestling though when I was a kid.
Yeah, I wasn't into it.
When I was in like second or third grade, I think my best friend was into it, and then we just dove, like the three of us dove hard, and then I fell out of it and watched it again. We could talk about that too later. WWF is the bomb, and I call it
mattresses in the
WWF.
backyard?
No, we didn't fuck around like that. We had the
Jump
toys.
off the roof with the sheet?
No. We would just we were hell no. Maybe off the bed, actually.
Right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm like, wait, no, yeah, we had some flying elbows. Yeah, for
bro,
sure.
Straight up. Yeah, I was never into it for some reason. My grandfather and my family would watch boxing matches as a kid, so I was always around that atmosphere. My grandfather boxed in the military when he was younger, so we had boxing gloves at his house, and
Okay.
they'd get me some at my house. I did karate when I was a kid, so I was always in some kind of fucking sport or some kind of combat.
Some kind of movement, some kind of combat.
Whether it was with the neighbor kids. And so big news, they made this huge deal with Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping like you that all you have to do is get the subscription and you get all the fights.
It's gonna have to be some
I
kind
know
of
that
additive.
they went away, right? You would think
Yeah,
there's some
dude.
kind of pay
Because there's
point
two
to it.
levels now. There's base with like commercials and all the extra shit, and then there's another level of Paramount Plus that you get less of something or no commercials or whatever.
Now,
So it's
also
got to
the
have
CBS.
another
Do you
level.
think it could just be to bring viewers and consumers onto the platform on such a scale that now it is competing on the platform side with the other giants?
So I immediately had a thought when you said that. And so the little that I know about anything in the digital marketplace, right? The marketing scheme of digital platform and how they monetize that. I'll say what I think is our networks are already set up to reach everyone, right? It's all the infrastructure for viewing is there no matter what age you are and what you got. If you have a TV or a phone or an iPad or a tablet, whatever the fuck it is,
Whatever your
you
device
have
is.
an access to a streaming platform of fill in the blank.
Correct.
So the money is spent. It now costs fucking pesos on the dollar to distribute what you've got set up. Now, I know there's a large overhead that's probably billions. Okay, I understand that concept. But in comparison to what it brings in, the ratio, the margin is got to be ginormous, right? So
1000%.
now what I immediately thought was, just like you said, going straight from just bringing in more, period. Just having more market share. You don't have to charge more, a lot more for this package. You are going to bring that many more people to Paramount Plus that aren't Paramount Plus members now.
But then what can you do with Paramount Plus once they're all on there? You can make it a major platform.
Yes. Well, so you've got everybody you have now, and there's a piece of that pie that watches UFC now. So that's cool that you already have them. And you have everybody who doesn't have Paramount Plus at all that's going to want to watch these fights, but doesn't give a shit about watching Yellowstone or Mobsters or whatever, Mobland, whatever the hell it is. They don't care, but they want to watch UFC. So now they're gonna get their base.
They don't want to watch Mobland. Shame on them.
Yeah, just shame on everyone who doesn't want to watch Mobland.
I just saw they had a something was in the paper today, or in the news today about that show. About that is the new mob show. The
fucking the. So now they want that market share. That's the whole idea. Like, there's enough market share out there that everybody can have everyone. Like, there's literally Netflix can have use them, and you can use someone else. As long as they get you, it's okay. If you don't watch, they just need you to pay. They want you. So Paramount wants that. They want another draw. So they make this money, and then they have this many more subscribers on repeat. And yes, now they sell advertising to the people because all they want is UFC, so they don't buy the big dog one. They buy the bullshit package, and then they pay for UFC. There's that much more marketing opportunity in their streaming platform, that many more eyes. Now they sell their marketing based on eyes. Well, this is how many subscribers we have, so this is how many people are going to see your ad.
But isn't it crazy?
And we just doubled our shit.
$7 billion for
if
7 years.
If they double their subscribers,
they
can double their marketing campaign.
No, but I'm just saying, how much weight
double
does
the money
UFC carry to create
100%. Oh yeah, that direction.
Something like that.
Oh, that is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, billions is not small. Billions is unreal.
I wonder what the NFL is. I'm sure it's
got to be more.
Yeah, it's 20 billion, right?
It has to be. Has to be.
Look it up. Look at what the fucking NFL's broadcasting deals are.
All right,
it's gonna be like 300 billion.
So what's the question? NFL broadcasting value?
NFL broadcasting deal value.
Broadcasting. Should we just ask our homegirl at ChatGPT?
Yeah.
All right. So remember, you gotta be quiet, or if you start talking, she stops.
Oh, that bitch.
All right. Well, she don't like to be talked over. She doesn't want to be interrupted, like my wife. Ooh, introducing ChatGPT -5. Smartest, fastest, most useful model yet. I haven't opened it in a while, apparently. All right.
Yeah, fuck. Oh,
Here we go. Okay, ready?
All right. I'm here and ready to go too.
Okay.
Whatever you need, just...
Okay, so what is the NFL broadcasting rights worth in dollar value?
Well, as of the most recent agreements, the NFL's broadcasting rights are worth around $110 billion over an 11-year period. That covers deals with the big network.
God damn it. Sorry I interrupted you. Please continue.
No worries at all. I was pretty much done with that thought anyway. Basically, it's a huge sum, $110 billion over those 11 years, and it involves the major networks plus Amazon. If you need more details, just let me know.
I just want to say that you're really sweet. You're really nice. And when I interrupt you and you're like, it's okay, no big deal, I really appreciate that.
Aw, well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I'm just here to make things easy and pleasant for you, so interruptions are never a problem. Feel free to jump in anytime.
You're the best. Talk later.
Absolutely, anytime. Take care and talk to you later.
She's
cool.
Scary, bro.
She's cool.
But if you had that on, it'll listen to everything you're saying. And
we should have her on as a guest one day.
Oh, dude.
That might be a thing.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. Yes. That'd be great.
Oh shit, that would be funny, dude. I hope that goes well because we're gonna do that.
Yes. Yes.
110 billion, so 10
11
Bs,
years.
10 Bs a year, 9 Bs a year.
NFL, UFC didn't have anything on that yet.
Woo, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. I wonder if that's the most, or because I think it's worth more than basketball.
No,
worth more than
yes,
NASCAR.
it's worth more than anything else.
Well, especially now that they're on like almost 4 nights a fucking week, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Football was 1 day a week.
Yeah, and there's so minimal teams, it's got to be worth the most because there's so many more eyes on it. Yeah, you got one game that whole week, so everybody who loves football is watching it, not just
No.
Cowboy fans and not
Yeah.
just Raider fans. Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Cray.
What a great way
Uber
to make money.
cray.
All people watching shit.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Hopefully people want to watch this.
Can we get a $10 billion deal? We're not even looking for $110 billion deal. We'll just take a $10 billion.
I'll take a half
deal.
B.
I mean, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Fucking A, bro. Oh my God.
So anyway,
So, yeah.
back to the fight game,
Yes,
bro. Sick
fight
deal.
game.
And
Yeah, good
now
for you.
this weekend is a banger.
Yeah, tell me.
This weekend
I hope I know
has-
their names.
You might not.
I might.
Dricus Duplessis.
I can't believe you said that. I'm like, what the fuck did he just say? That's a
Dricus
name?
Duplessis,
Where's he from?
South Africa.
Okay. And you're
And-
saying it right?
Yeah.
Dricus Duplessis?
Dricus.
Dracus.
Dricus Duplessis.
Dricus Duplessis. And that's his... Well, that's his name. That's not his... He doesn't have
That's
like
his
a
name.
the
Dricus
stage
is
name or
first
nothing.
name,
Because
Duplessis is
Rampage
last name.
had a stage name. So this
Yeah,
is not a
no,
stage
that's
name
his
in any
regular
way.
name.
It's his God-given name? Or that's his
I think
dictator
that's his
given... That's his
God-given-
dictator-given name.
No, there's no dictators.
There's no
in South
dictators in
Africa.
South Africa?
No.
Oh, no. I saw a video the other day. It might say otherwise.
Yeah. And so then he's fighting Khamzat Shamaev.
What? Battle of the names.
Dude, let me tell you about these two cats.
Bro. So wait, so the other one's from... What was his name again? Let me guess. I want to guess where he's from.
Khamzat Shamaev.
Okay, he's from the Middle East.
No.
No, he's from Russia. He's from the Russian Empire, which we would call Eastern Europe. So I'm gonna narrow it down. Am I close? Am I in
you're-
Eastern Europe?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Eastern European.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
He is Eastern European, but he's what are they called? They're called
Is he Chechnyan?
Chechnyan.
Yeah, so he's Russian,
Yeah,
but Chechnyan's gone.
He's of
right?
I think he's of Middle Eastern descent.
Muslim. He's a Muslim birth, right? I mean,
Yes.
like, because it's just like for me when I look at Judaism and Jewish people, there's like the race of Jew, there's a
Yes,
religion,
correct,
but
correct.
those people are born into that. They're
Correct.
Yeah, so
Correct.
I understand what you're saying.
Same thing. Arab
Yeah.
descent, but
Arab-
I don't
yeah.
even know. Like, I don't really.
There's a big mix over there in Eastern
Yes,
Europe
I
with
don't
Middle
really
Eastern.
know, like, is
the history there.
Dagestan originally Arab people that have moved there? Are they? We gotta look that shit up.
No
on the internet
idea.
about
Though
that shit.
that's all. It's really blended over there.
Yeah. So
really
anyway,
blend.
he's from Chechnya.
He's Czech.
And he has ragdolled just about everybody he's fought in the UFC. And when I mean ragdolled, I mean the moment he has wrapped his hands around them, they did not get out, and he treated them like
Like 6-year-olds, like
Dude.
just whatever he wants, he
Dude.
just does.
just like that. I swear to God, when this guy wraps his two hands around your waist, your hips, you do not get away. And then he picks you up and ragdolls you to the floor and mauls you with control and precise punching, and talks to the announcers and to Dana White why he's doing
During
it.
what's this guy's height and weight? Around
He's like
about
6'2", 185. Maybe he's 6'3". Let me see.
6'2", 6'3", 185. Damn,
Yes,
he's
bro.
lean as fuck.
Dude. Oh, 6'2", 186.
Well, you were off by 1 pound.
Beast. Well, I think
Yeah.
for the fight, championship fights, they have to be 185.
Do you know what Dricus?
Dricus is 6'1",
185. Yeah.
And
Okay. All right.
And Dricus.
So the reach is going to play.
No, they might have equal reach. Significant reach 76. Actually, Dricus is a little longer, 1 inch longer.
Okay.
But Dricus is a specimen of like a looking athlete, but kind of looks like his fighting style is awkward and unorthodox, and his timing, he has timing breaks that he does. And
What do you mean by timing break? He takes a break?
no, so
Oh,
like when you fight, there's a certain way of like a rhythm to punches, like a 1, a 1-2, a 1-1-2, a 1-2-3, and there are these rhythms that you'll deliver in your punching combination
Sequence.
Yes, your sequence. And it's a time thing. A lot of people do it by music, and you get into the beat, and then you come in, and you and boom, you move. Well, some people do like a disruption. They'll do a 1-2 with like a pause, and then
come back
with
into the
with something that's just out of the timing. It's kind of in between the beats.
It's an unexpected.
Yes.
Mentally.
And if you're not accustomed to it, like it's not hard to deal with if you train with it a little bit and
If
have
you
something to deal with
if you do watch some film on them, I mean,
no, you got to do it. You got to have people in the ring sparring with you that do that.
to
once
train your brain.
Yes, to train your brain and your
Yeah,
body
get that
to
muscle
deal with the
memory.
timing.
Because your muscle memory now is the standard timing that everybody runs.
Correct.
1-2s, 1s, you get
Yes,
shit
and
like
you're
that.
in and out, and
Switch
you know-
step.
Yes,
Yeah, but he's going to
yep.
do it at odd times.
Yes,
That
correct.
distracts you.
And he's like ugly when he does things. Like his takedowns aren't the prettiest, but they are effective. And his tenacity and his drive has dominated the 185 division. The South African kid, and he's just ran through everybody in the UFC.
Do you think
He lost outside of the UFC a couple times, but in the UFC he's ran through everybody.
is his fight style, would you equate to like being someone who before mixed martial arts was taking over the world, someone who had trained in like maybe judo or taekwondo on the street, and then somebody rolls up and starts sticking their hands up all weird and swings all weird and dives in and out
Yes.
and does all kinds of weird fight moves that aren't traditional fight moves that are hard to figure out how to
But could
manage.
be effective.
Yeah, but
That's an
and
extreme scale.
Yeah,
But yes.
because he's obviously people can defend this stuff. It's different, but that's like the whole idea. Of just thinking,
for
like,
sure. And some people like
it's not that different.
no,
but
it's not that different. He definitely like he throws 1-2-3s, but just how he goes about everything and his like it's just odd. It's not
Okay.
it's not just something that you see all the time. It's different.
And it's
but
not
it's effective.
it's not cocky shit. I hate
No,
that
not
shit.
cocky. He's confident,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's cocky. I think he's a down to earth cat.
You got
that-
cats that stick their faces out and like
Yeah.
do this, like
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
me.
No, he's none of
I hate
that.
that shit.
No. He's in it. He's in the fight. He's in when he steps when the bell rings. He's trying to take your head off from beginning to end, no matter how tired he is, no matter what you put him through, what bad position you got him in. He defended a way out, and he's now trying to come get you. That kind of cat, heart, determination.
So it's a big fight. Both
Great
these
fight.
cats
The
sound
other
like
guy, is a beast too, but he's undefeated, and he's only got 8 fights. So it's like a guy who has like 20 fights or 23 or 4 fights, with a guy who only has 8 fights. But the guy who has 8 fights has mauled everybody. He's had one tough fight.
I was gonna say, are they contenders or what? The people he
They're
fights?
no.
The guy that he has fought. The
He took out like the
Chechen
top.
guy.
He knocked off the number 12, the number 8, the number 6, the number
So
5,
he's
the number
he's
3.
made his way to the top.
Yeah, he knocked out the number 1.
Bang, bang, bang,
already.
bang, bang.
And
Oh.
he's ready for this position, but he only fights once a year because he's had injuries. He got COVID. When he got COVID, he had like long COVID, and he couldn't breathe, and he
Is that
thought
a
he was going
thing?
to retire. Yeah,
Long COVID,
it's
that's
a
a
real
thing?
thing. Real thing for people.
This stupid name makes it sound fucking fake.
Yeah, and but he's had a couple relapses where he's gotten sick from COVID. Something in his body that
Yeah,
he
I mean,
doesn't like. And
not
and
to
he's
talk
an
about COVID, but yeah.
exceptional human being, shape wise and health wise and food wise and everything else. But anyway, so this is going to be a banger. Then there's a kid named Aaron Pico, who's an American wrestler from Southern California here, who's a local wrestling kid, and he fought in other organizations, around the world, and has developed his skill set. He was an exceptional wrestler, but his hands were suspect in the beginning. Well, now his hands are on fire.
Yeah, because he came from wrestling.
Fire. And he's dominated in the other organizations that he's fought in. So he's coming in to fight this tough kid from England, bro.
What's his name?
Laron, what is it? It's Laron Murphy, I think. Yes, Laron Murphy. And this kid is a savage. Like, smooth, clean, precise striking. His grappling, nobody even gets him down really.
And how height, weight, what are these cats?
These cats are 155.
Yeah, just give me their weights, I guess.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Yeah, 145. So they're 145. But they walk around at 175.
No, yeah, these weights don't. If you don't know weights, let me just tell you, these weights aren't telling you how they're not telling you how they look. That's why when you said at 185, I go, those dude is lean because I know he's cut.
Yes.
If he's 185 at 6'3", yeah, he's probably fights at 210 and messes around, fucks around, trains that heavy.
Yeah, well, he actually Kamzat fought at 170. And then couldn't make the weight anymore, so they made him move up to 185.
Yeah, dude, 170 is for a 6'2" dude that's does nothing but work out. I mean, you can't keep the muscle from building.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's going to weigh you down.
But, so that's another banger fight that's on the card. And then they have this kid from Brazil, Carlos Prada. And Jeff Neal, another guy from England. Or no, is Jeff Neal American? Jeff Neal's American. Anyway, that's going to be a good fight. They're both bangers. And then another dude from England named Michael Page.
I feel like I've heard that name.
He's getting up there. I think he's like in his late 30s. But he is like this elusive cat that is in and out, and you just can't get a good swing on his head. Okay. His head is always moving somewhere. Okay. You can't find the thing.
You clip him, but you can't get it. You can't get one squared up.
And then he's kicking you in the movement. So you throw a punch, and he moved his head out this way, but at the same time, this leg's coming up and slapping you upside your dome. so he's fighting. Who's he fighting again? Oh, Jared Cannonier. Just a guy who's a workhorse, who's a hard puncher, and just a guy who's like keeps reinventing himself. He'll get knocked down, and then he comes back and he beats the next 3 or 4 guys. Okay. Gets knocked down, then comes back and fights for the title. And I think he even got the title for a hot second.
It's like Matt Hughes. Reminds me of Matt Hughes.
Straight up. So it'll be a good fight. But yeah, and then all kinds of kids on the undercard. Man.
So the fights that you just mentioned, are they more? You think they're more evenly matched, like full ground and pound as well as stand up, or are we looking at a lot of stand up guys? Is that still a thing? Because when things were getting real popular when I was watching, you would have a mix where they'd stand up for a little bit and they might take one and they might go down and then just stay on their back because they're better on the ground, and the other one's like, no, you got to get up because I'm a stand up guy. Is that going away?
Too much anymore?
No.
Yeah, the rules are if they don't engage, they stand them up right away.
Yeah,
and, the only way that you could be on your back or on your butt is if you were scooting forward, trying to attack the guy from like a crab walk position.
Making efforts.
You're kicking his leg. You're throwing a leg up. You're continually walking him down. There's no rule that says you have to stand up. You can attack on all fours.
As long as you're active.
As long as you're active and you're trying
offensively,
to attack.
Yes. Offensively, active.
Now, how many people do that? 0.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're not doing that.
But let me tell you.
You could take a kick to the fucking dome.
No, it's a thing, bro. It's a thing that nobody has exploited yet. There's techniques that you can crawl on your hands and your feet, like scooting on your butt. Yeah. And move forward, but you have to work on it.
You got to really get those muscles working right.
Your shoulders have to be able to take you moving in that crab position, left, right, but if there's people that do it, and they will just straight Ooh,
kick
your knee,
because
kick your thigh, kick your belly.
Yeah, you can't
and
get
then
close.
And then if you try to come in,
They kick you in the face.
they'll roll back
Yeah.
with their feet in between and get a piece.
Yeah,
off
I'm already picturing. I'm like, well, if I want to reach down and punch this dude, I'm taking one of the face.
Yes.
They already do that to play defense now when they're locked up around their waist or whatever. They punch up, kick up. It's a very good defensive moves.
Yeah, but
and then I'm like, yeah, and then you're constantly kicking at my knees. I can't guard from that. I can't attack you unless I kick your legs. And what is that going to do?
And nobody has exploited that technique yet. And I'm waiting for the day that somebody shows one of these young kids and the kid runs with it and ends up beating multiple people with that style of technique.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of broken toes during that training.
Straight up.
A lot of broken toes during training.
Yeah. But it's going to be a good weekend, man. I can't wait. I'm kind of excited.
The only time I ever watch fights is when I'm with you. We used to go get together and like watch fights when, like I said, there was like 5 a year or some shit when you could get away from your kids when they're young and the wife or everybody, all the family go to a little UFC party. Used to go to them all the time, but I just don't watch them anymore. I still enjoy them when I do watch them, and I appreciate good fighting I appreciate good technique in whatever I'm watching.
For sure.
And I recognize technique, and I'm not a UFC guy, but I trained when I was young, and I understand body movement.
Right.
I was a wrestler in high school. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that? Wow.
No.
That's kind of a far-fetched statement.
Minutes?
It was, because I was about to say that's kind of not really true. Yeah.
You wrestled your freshman year?
I wrestled. No, it was sophomore year. I played football freshman year, and I'll talk some shit. Actually, I was supposed to be, was told or made to feel that I was going to be on varsity volleyball freshman year at school. I had done the summer program. The coach was like, "Yeah, you're good," you know, blah 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 blah. Well, tryouts were like men's volleyball, boys volleyball is at the end of the school year. So I wasn't doing any other sports, and there was tryouts, and I didn't go. Like, why am I trying out? Like, you already know. I was the only freshman that came during summer. So you knew me. I was going to be on the team. Yeah. Well, when I showed up to school, like over the weekend on that Monday, went over the list and I wasn't on the list. They put the team up, you know. Everybody got cut. And your team's up, and I go talk to the head coach. I'm like, "Hey, my name's not on there," and he goes, "Yeah, you weren't a tryout." I go, "Okay." So now when he goes, "Go talk to the JV coach." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck you." And I didn't go talk to the JV coach, and I never played volleyball at school. I chopped it like a fucking headstrong little chump. So then the sophomore year came, and I had a lot of trouble at home freshman year. Oh, Jesus. I had a lot of trouble at home and left home in October of my freshman year to live with my grandparents for a while.
Okay.
And
How
then
long did you live with grandparents?
Lived there until through summer, as the school year was quickly approaching. My dad, who my parents were separated, they were divorced, said, you need to come live with me, or you need to go back and live with your mom. You're not going to live with your grandparents. And to take you back even further, I was bullied in 7th and 8th grade, badly.
Really?
So when I got to high school...
Okay, so wait a minute. Why were you bullied in 7th and 8th grade?
I didn't smell good. I didn't wash myself properly in the shower, and I had a nickname, Stinky.
You were Stinky?
Yeah. In a private school where there was only 2 classrooms for each grade, so there was like 60 7th graders or 60 8th graders, and until that point I was like the tall kid all the time, so the tall big kid's always going to be more or less popular or respected in some fashion,
right?
And so that time came, and
okay, so up until that time nobody was picking on you. You were normally just a tall kid. Everybody, you're having fun as a kid.
Yeah.
But you get to 6th or 7th grade, and then your hygiene started coming to question. You start to sweat a little bit.
A lot happened at that time. My mom met her husband she was going to marry very soon, and that was a big change, and it wasn't good for me.
He was the one who was the abuser?
Yeah, he was abusing me. Yeah, not her. What time is it? We're gonna do this now. I know we have. So I won't. You know what? I do want to talk about it, but I don't know if yet.
I think crazy conversation.
No, I want.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
But okay, so
for a teaser, real quick.
Yeah.
We have talked about me talking about my experience of life, from that point forward, and how it could be kind of a big episode where I share a lot of details
sure.
about some struggles that other people
And
might.
maybe we have somebody else on the show with us that,
and then I could help other people get through what they're going through or whatever. Share your experience, so we will get through that.
Up.
But yeah, I had some trouble at home, and that was happening. And then I wasn't smelling good, and my best friend turned on me 7th grade year, and I got picked on. I got into a couple fights in 8th grade. So when I got to high school, I went to do summer football and summer volleyball, and I made a lot of friends. And I was in summer school because my grades weren't good, so I had to do some summer school. So I met
playing sports, you're meeting people.
Yeah, I met the team, and I met all the upperclassmen for volleyball, and then I was in classroom for 2 classes during the summer, and I met all those people, and it was a new vibe. It was, and I fucking flourished straight up, like compared to 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
There wasn't anyone that I met that I know didn't like who I was, because I was good to everyone.
For sure.
I was good to everyone. So it was different. So my point is, my dad said, "You're going to live with me. You're going to live with your mom." I wouldn't blame him for thinking I was going to pick him, but I chose my friends. Sorry, Mom. I didn't choose.
Because he couldn't.
Because he lived in Diamond Bar. He lived in 45 minutes away, right? So I was going to go to a different school.
Yeah.
So I had just changed my entire friendship view.
Your dynamic.
My who I was going to
Yes.
be, right, was changing. So I chose that. And so that leads me back to
now, hindsight, was it the smartest choice?
I really like who I am, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay,
it was I don't know if it was the smartest choice.
There we go.
But I like myself, so I'm very happy with
I'm down
where
with
I am
that
today.
answer, for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, I've always liked myself, so I think I did what I did and what worked for me.
For sure.
But yeah, not to go too deep, I chose my friends instead of going to live with him. And why were we talking about this?
So we were talking about high school
wrestling. Okay, so the reason I ended up wrestling was because I got bad grades freshman year because of all those problems. And when I came back, I couldn't play football. So they actually allowed me to come back because I went to a private school. My grades weren't really good enough.
Okay.
So I had to go back, interview, and ask them personally if they let me come back to school. And they did. But they said, "You're not playing football."
And you wanted to, though.
I did want to go back to that private school. That's where I wanted to be. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I couldn't play football, so I was busy, like, just burning energy, and then one of my best friend who was on the football team was going to wrestle, so I was like, oh, yeah. Well, I'd had a lot of Kung Fu training, a lot of, like, Kung Fu uses a lot of body movement and weight against you, and so so it was easy in wrestling. Reversal was my thing. Like, I went in.
I hear you.
Day 2, I was on the mat with a junior, and I reversed his ass within the first 5 seconds of the mat. And my coach was like, "What the fuck? Did you see that?" So it was easy, but I couldn't handle the workout.
Dude, the workouts are brutal.
I would not show up, and then my grades weren't good anyway, so I wasn't in a match. And then that's all I did was the 1 year. I didn't even finish. But I still really enjoy traditional Greco-Roman wrestling. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
In my drinking days, we used to wrestle all the time, and I would whip everyone in the house's ass. Yeah. But then, and then jiu-jitsu came around, and I stopped volunteering to wrestle people. I was like, no, now everybody knows how to fucking armbar. I'm straight.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have my shoulder hurt.
The funny thing, like, just jiu-jitsu, yes, you learn things, but you shouldn't actually try anything on jiu-jitsu on anybody until you've been doing it for a few years. And the reason I say that is because, yes, you learn how to do an arm bar, you learn how to do arm bars, you learn how to do a few sweeps, you learn how to do some chokes. But when you go up against somebody real, you better know multiple things to change to because they're going to stymie you, and you're not going to have enough tools in your belt to answer that quest, and you're going to get embarrassed, one, and two, you're spinning your wheels. Why put yourself in that situation? Yeah. Learn. I would say after like 3-4 years, then if somebody wants to, you want to wrestle, then you could go do something like that because now you have enough to make it look effective and
but back then, if you even went a little bit, you're up on everyone because nobody was going back then.
Yes and no. Like when I first started, so my neighbors, I had one of my neighbors played Division II football, and yoked ass, not too tall, like 5'11", but athletic and yoked. And we would wrestle, and I would start on the bottom because I wasn't trying to show what I could do from the top, because from the top I had enough moves that no matter where they went, they would get it. But on the bottom, so I'd let them hold me down, and I'd either get to their back and choke them out, or I would sweep them, or I would get them in a submission. Well, this guy was so athletic when we were playing. When I was first starting the first 6 months, I probably, after maybe 4 or 5 months, I was wrestling with him. And he would stymie me in spots, and I couldn't get to those places. So then, we continued to live there, and then like after I had like a year and a half, then we continued to do it all the time, and I would start to manipulate him because you just needed more tools in your toolbox.
Yeah, you need more, especially when it's more of maybe the eyes of more of an athlete than you are, and stronger or wider, and you couldn't get your arms around. So that's going to change things. He was a sick
athlete for sure. Yeah. There was a wrestler kid, still a friend of mine today, named Antonio McKee. I first met him. He was a wrestler. He was supposed to go to the Olympics, but he was such a pain in the ass kid that he turned around and BA'd the Olympic Commission, and they axed him. and so he was my first experience with like an exceptional wrestler. Me and this dude were training in my brother's garage or in any little spot that we could find to train another guy from Hickson's that lived in Compton. And he said, I got to introduce you to this guy. This is when I was pretty decent now. I'm like a good purple belt. I'm pretty decent at this stuff. Been doing it for a while. And he goes, you got to go with this guy. He's so tough and I can't beat him. He goes, I just can't get every time. He grabs me and I can't get out. This guy is so tough. I said, well, let's go. So the guy had a stereo shop in Compton where he was putting in stereos for people. And he had, like office with carpet. And we go there to work out. And we go at it. And this guy is like 175 pounds. But, bro, when he grabbed your wrist, you never got that wrist back. It was his, and he was going to take it home with him.
Like hands like rocks and shit?
Yes. Like,
oh, my God.
175 pounds, but just this grip, bro. And he'd been wrestling. I think he's wrestling since he was, 9 or 10. So he's just years and years of wrestling, and he's an exceptional wrestler. He's not your common wrestler.
Yeah.
He went to Long Beach. He beat everybody around here. He beat, like, some of our country's best.
Dude, when you got a grip like that, that's... I'm not going to say it's half of wrestling, but dude, when you got a grip,
yes,
dude, it's hard to defend.
And so the other guy couldn't do anything with him. Well, I got to his back and I submitted him in an armbar. He goes, I didn't even think it was possible to get that guy. He was so incredible. And I was well, dude, I had to put in a lot of fucking work. And I'm 205 and that guy's 175.
Yeah,
There's a big difference.
There is a big difference.
And I started on the bottom, to be polite and kind. And
but it was all for fun, to train, to be betterment.
My goal wasn't
a betterment.
But the guy would have taken me down left and right because he took me down for years after that because we became good friends and training partners, and I was his coach for a short time. And
you probably could go harder on mats as opposed to on the carpet.
Oh, of course, bro.
Yeah, come on now.
And then his son now became a world champion.
Okay.
He has a gym in Long Beach, and he changes locations from time to time. But he's a go-getter. Ever since we were young, he's always been renovating businesses. He does construction. His son is a world champion. Made $1 million. I don't know how much that money they kept through all that, but his son has made, a little bit of money. He's made money through his businesses, but he never stops grinding, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody needs something done, a storefront, he'll go do the construction. If somebody needs something wired in their car, he'll wire their car for him. And
you still do stereos?
I'm sure he does. Just because, bro. Just because. He doesn't have to.
Yeah,
but he's a worker. He works everything he does in his life. He's a hard worker.
Respect.
Yeah, straight up. Mad respect. He's a shit talker, but he's mad respect.
So am I, so fuck it. I love a shit talker. If I'm not talking shit to you, I don't like you.
Right?
Yeah, no. For real.
Yeah, he's good people. I've known him forever. But anyway, so now, the other thing that I want to throw out is this thing called CJI.
CJI.
It's Craig Jones Invitational.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a quick synopsis on this dude.
Okay. And we're still talking fight game.
Now this is jiu-jitsu. I moved
Okay.
into jiu-jitsu
Okay,
just
got it.
because this is the next big thing that's happening this month. It's at the end of this month. You know, we've done jiu-jitsu. I've done it for 30 some odd years. Competed in small tournaments that we had here when jiu-jitsu first came to this country, where it was like 50 people, 30 people in the competition, to competitions in Orange County that were a few thousand.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of the first big organizations started coming through here when they were in their infancy, and now they're national. They're not. They're world organizations.
Yeah.
That we do jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
in and everything else. But the competitions, you always paid to go compete. And then things got to where the first event that paid you is called the Abu Dhabi Combat Club's Jiu-Jitsu competition. I was at the very first one.
We talked about this couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
And is this the one where they fight in the ring where there's like
The walls.
the walls?
Yes, that's
and
the
they're
one that I'm talking
rounded,
about, the
right?
CGI. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is going to be the second one
Okay.
that they've had. The first one, they gave away $1 million at 80 kilos and above, and then $1 million 80 kilos and below.
To fight.
To do jiu-jitsu matches, to compete, to grapple.
Yeah, I say fight. Sorry.
Submission grapple.
Okay, yeah.
With
So
these,
yeah.
Yes, with these borders that you can't fall out of. There's no need to stop the match. You're constantly moving, grinding.
Yeah, and there's no punching or
There's
kicking
no
or
punching
elbows or
kicking,
knees.
But you're picking each other up. You're dumping.
Yeah, you're
them on
being
your
violent,
domes.
just like in
Yes.
wrestling. Just like in wrestling, using
Oh.
that thumb and that chin in areas that are
One
gonna.
of the country's best wrestlers was in the last one.
Yeah, just great. Yeah, so
Period.
so this is the limitations of the tournament are violence, but no
Yes.
closed fist, open hand striking.
But in doing so,
no
they
striking.
started with just this one Abu Dhabi championship paying people.
Mm-hmm.
They pay you like $3,000 if you came in fourth, $6,000.
Oh, yeah,
if
you were
came
saying
in
the first
second,
one.
and like 15
Whatever
or 20 grand.
the
if you
stuff they
came
could
in
afford
first.
that they
Yes.
thought they could afford.
And so it went on for years. The pay never really increased that much. It was still minimum amount for these guys who are training their ass off. But if they win it, they can now do seminars and travel and do, you know, and create lesson plans that are
Yeah, they're promoting themselves because they're not trying to go to like another fight game like Prime or not Prime,
You mean-
Pride or UFC because this is a different style.
Some do move on to go into the fight game, but for the most part, no. These are people that don't
These
like
are
to get hit in the
purists.
face.
They're pure. Yeah, they're purists. Yeah, exactly.
They like to slam each
Friendly.
other on their heads, but they don't like to get hit in the face. For
Friendly
the most
ass
part.
kicking.
Yes, yeah. They'll choke the shit
Yeah.
out of you. They just don't like taking one at the dome.
Yeah.
And so there was nothing like, you know, people would come along and they do this event and pay you a little bit here, 10 grand, 2 grand, but nothing ever really kind of took off.
Yeah.
Well, this Australian dude who had competed over the last 10, 15 years came from Australia and really was not taught by any big names, taught by another guy that's an Australian guy over there that learned from some other people, you know, 3 or 4 rungs down the ladder as far as the sources of jiu-jitsu, grappling. But the guy is a sick athlete and one smart guy. And they call him the world's second best grappler. He keeps losing in these major competitions in the final match, and
But
he
he
always gets second.
gets there, but he never
So he's
wins.
like his whole, and he's funny as fuck, dude. He's a. Are they Australian? What the hell is he? There's
Yeah, they're
Sydney.
Yeah, Australian.
Yeah,
That's from Australia.
Yeah. And New Zealand. No,
Oh, they're from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they called? What are people from New Zealand called? Do you know?
Aussies, right?
No, that's Australian.
Fuck.
There's a
Poor
name
Craig,
for
man.
people
I'm
from.
sorry, man. I don't know your background and your shit.
Yeah, for all
bro.
you New Zealanders
Shame
out there.
on me, man.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. They have a different name, right? It's a tribal name. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Australia. He's from Australia. He's not from New Zealand.
Okay, but what do the New Zealand people call it? That's what you were looking at.
You're not talking about the Aborigines.
No, that's from Australia.
Okay, that's from Australia. New Zealanders are called Samoan.
No, that's from Samoa. Samoa.
I know, but
And Tongans are from fucking Tonga.
Tonga.
Don't mix them up.
yeah, no. It's hard to in our neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they love that when you're Tongan and get punched in the fucking face.
Let me see. R.
This is taking longer than I thought.
Right? Straight think. Hey,
Voice to text.
Kiwis, bro.
Kiwi.
Yeah, you're a Kiwi, bro.
I wouldn't have. I would have thought it was something else.
Oh, that's all right. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Well, you're not wrong about that. Apparently, you looked it up.
So anyway,
yeah.
Craig Jones, he came over here, and he was always losing in the final matches. But he developed this funky style of jiu-jitsu that he lets people kind of dominate positions, and then he figures out a way to reverse it or submit you from those funky positions.
So he's a Rocky of
Kind of.
jiu-jitsu, of Australian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, straight up. And he's a fucking blast. Dude, when they first were putting together this first show, he was going to be one of the spectacles of the show. He wasn't in the competition, but he was going to compete against somebody.
Spectacle.
He's the first person to compete male versus female
Oh,
in a
no.
competition.
Oh.
Yes.
Well.
So he got the world's, I wouldn't say she's the world's best at this point, but at one point she was the world's best female grappler heavyweight, and she was a beast. But since then she's been at a competition and doesn't really compete the same. But he got his match to be against her. And he wore a Speedo in the thing. And they grappled, and it was
a spectacle.
Dude, it was just a
It
spectacle.
was. You used the
Straight
right
up,
word.
bro.
I was
and
like,
you have to watch
this guy's
and
going to
you'll
listen to
agree.
this. He just show up and beat your ass. Like, what are you talking
Yes.
about?
It was a spectacle. But the spectacle was the lead up to the fucking match, bro. Dude. I'm going to have to show you this video. There's this guy who portrays himself, he's an American actor, but he portrays himself as a Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor with this heavy
For the
Rio
show,
de
for the
Janeiro.
show that we're talking
No,
about.
no,
It's a spectacle.
It's a character that
Yeah,
he's developed
that he-
over years.
for this. Oh.
He goes into people's gyms and like talks about the owners, and then talks about how he beat them up all the time in the competitions when they were young, and so he does parodies.
Okay, I got you.
And but he was the mediator in the interview between Craig Jones and Gabby Garcia. That's her name. And in his Brazilian accent, you know, he's like, "Oh, Gabby, you're so beautiful."
It's being all awkward and weird in the
bro,
fucking interview.
Straight up. Straight up. You have to watch this interview. It is, when I watched it, I was laughing so hard, and Dominica goes, "What are you laughing at?" And then I would rewind it, and she'd go, "You're stupid."
It's like watching SNL.
Yes,
This
it
is what
was, bro.
right?
Straight up.
Right?
It was a skit. It was
Hilarious,
one of
though.
the best live skits unwritten that you could ever want to see, bro.
Hell yeah.
And so the lead up to this thing was great. And then when they put on the show, they put it on at the Thomas and Mack Center
What was I don't know.
in Vegas. It's the basketball.
Oh, okay.
UNLV
Okay.
stadium.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, and it's sold out, and it only got advertised like 3 months prior to the whole thing going off, if I remember right. Maybe 4 or 5 months prior.
Yeah, real short.
A real short time into this lead up. And when it's sold out, and it's YouTube, they showed it on YouTube and 2 other platforms, and it was just for free. But the viewership that it got, and the hype and everything, and it was so exciting.
The post energy and all that, like
They
afterwards.
automatically signed deals immediately
yeah.
following for more. And it was backed by a silent, millionaire. And the whole thing was to pay athletes what they're worth.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason he did it. Because people kept getting screwed out by going to ADCC, which is the one the Abu Dhabi one.
Okay.
So they were getting screwed out. They're putting in so much work for this competition and getting paid pennies for it. And they're training 2 years to compete in this thing.
Yeah, and the marketing agency or the conglomerate that puts it on, they're making tons and
No, they
tons.
weren't.
They weren't making any money.
No, that's the thing
Abu
about
Dhabi
it.
one's not making any money.
Okay, so they weren't for a long time until recently. I think the last 5 years they started to make money because they got in with this other platform called Flow Grappling, and their venues started to increase in size and their viewership started to increase across multiple platforms. So I think now they're getting paid from YouTube and whatnot. So their revenue had increased, but only recently.
Oh, okay.
And it's backed by a sheik from Sheikh.
I was about to say
from the UAE.
You say it right. I say it wrong. I say sheik.
No, it's
you say
Sheikh.
sheik.
Yeah, it's Sheikh is what they how they pronounce it. But the guy had been spending for years on this thing, which never produced a penny profit for him. You know what I mean? So I could see him wanting to get some of that revenue back, if anything, after you've been doing this for 25 years.
Yeah.
You know, get something back.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, it's 25, 30 years. But anyway, so now Craig wanted to do this, so he got this backer and they pushed out this show. Well, now he's doing the second version of it. And this time they're doing teams. So he's recruited, I don't know, it's 5 or 7 of the best teams in the world to come and compete.
5 or 7 teams?
Teams. Now they're going to split $1 million between
4 or
5
5 3 or
guys
5.
on each team. So when those 5 guys win, they'll split that $1 million with them and their coach.
And it's a point system, wins, loss, like wrestling matches are for.
It is a point. It's a judging system. It's not a point. Well, it's a
So a
judging
win
system.
will create.
You go 3 rounds of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At least that's traditionally how it is. That was how the first one was 3 rounds of 5 minutes. Now this one guy goes in and he comes across the other guy. Say he submits him in 1 minute. He stays in. Another guy comes from the other team and goes against him.
It's a relay race. You set up your team.
It's like a round robin
You do have to decide how to time and who you're going to fight and who's going to come in and how quick.
Yes. So this guy could take out 3 guys out of this 5 on this team and then lose from fatigue, and then the other guys could clean up the other 2 guys.
Yeah.
Or one of those guys could go beat up the whole
of
other
them.
team. Or
Yeah.
both of those guys could do it.
Yeah.
It's hard to sustain because all of these guys are the world's best. And unless
Unlikely, but mathematically possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I
it's a
gotcha.
sick format. And it's inside that bowl that you can't get out of.
Yeah.
And there's no referees, no pulling them back,
Yeah.
no pause. It's go time,
Yeah.
baby.
Where is it going to be?
It's in. Where is it? It is. Is it in Vegas again? I don't recall, to be honest with you, because I'm not going live. I'm just worried about watching it.
Let's go.
Oh, you want to? I don't know if there's even tickets.
What do you
That would
mean?
be
There's
crazy.
always tickets for sale.
Yes, but
Sold out means nothing.
It means spend out of your ass is what it means.
It means just do it again. We've already done this plenty of times. We've already overspent just to get what we wanted.
It's in Vegas.
Good. So it's going to be a $60,000 trip.
Craig Jones Saturday Pass, August 30th.
Oh, it's
2-day
in
pass.
2 weeks.
Sunday Pass.
It's I can't go. It's this coming 2 weeks
Yes.
from now.
Yeah, August 30th.
Oh,
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
go. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, for sure. But let's just say 2 tickets. Continue. I don't know where Section 117 Row JJ seats 9 and 10 are, but it's $556 a ticket.
Okay.
Or is that for both tickets?
Probably each.
2 tickets together. Only 2 left. $556.
That's it? Damn.
That's
All
the
right.
cheapest.
So that's the cheapest?
Oh, and it's right in the center.
Yeah, well, you want to be up a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
right up off the floor, right in the
Yeah,
middle of the
because
stadium.
you want to see across the fucking
Yeah, so
rink.
these are probably pretty premium seats.
Those are good seats. So when
Yeah.
we go, we're gonna go next one. We're going.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But it's going to be a banger, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw today on Instagram that on one of the teams out of Texas, there's 2 teams out of Texas. There's one called a B team and one called New Wave. And the New Wave heavyweight has an injury that he can't get past. So they're looking for a replacement for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know what kind.
There'll
of
be all
place.
kinds of other shit.
They're already the best big
weight
guys in the
issues.
world are in competing in this. You're going to have to go get a second best guy in the world.
Yeah, they have weight divisions for this type of thing
there's
too.
5
Weight
weight
limits.
divisions.
That's a lot of fights, dude.
Yeah. But it'll go quick. Because you're going to have...
Depends on how that
this
works
guy's
out.
going to be out in a minute, and then it's going to be 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, they're
that
limited
guy's
to
out.
15 minutes per match, right? Period.
Yeah, I don't even know.
If that's how they
what
do
it
it.
was in the past. I don't know what these time ranges are
I think because of, broadcasting, they have to have a time. You have to have a time
this
limit.
is on YouTube.
Oh, it is going to be on YouTube. Well, no. It'll be interesting to see what the changes are. Cool.
That's how profitable it is
on
to be on YouTube
Saturday?
for free.
Yeah. Wow.
Right?
That's Saturday, you said?
Saturday and Sunday.
2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
That's Labor Day weekend. That's cool.
Cray. But that's fighting news for the month.
All right.
The biggest shit. Just
That's
want to bring
cool.
it to you here, talk a little bit about it.
Makes me want to watch it.
Yes, please tune in.
Good.
Good for today.
Good for today. That's it. All right. Enjoy your whatever you're doing next.
That's right. Till next time.
Tell us where we're wrong.
I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid.
A bullshit? A bullshit.